I had a crush back in high school. He was a drug dealer. The money. And then I started selling drugs. So now we both selling drugs. My mom was still on drugs at the time. He robs my fucking house. I'm not looking for that from a man that I'm supposed to be looking for protection from. I wasn't paying attention to like the red flags. You falling in love with people who aren't there. I'm pregnant now. The day before he popped up at my house, he broke into my house again, and I woke up and he was standing there staring at me and the baby. He takes the baby, put me on a block list. I'm with all the dumb shit. It got crazy. I started dancing. I was messing with coke, popping mollies, e-pills. I was ducking them. I gotta show you. This is something I can't make up. You not going crazy. That be real. He was supposed to go to jail. I've been in jail before. I had to go to Muncie. That was like the one where God was like, all right, go sit down. Because then I'm sick of you. And I'm like, I'm sick of myself. A couple of the fiends I was serving was up in there. They like, what you doing here? I'm like, what the is you doing here? Did you tell on me? I just committed perjury. I still get side look from certain people. I go to certain events and they looking at me like, you gonna be good? And I'm like, damn, I ain't even doing nothing.
Whoa, come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Can we just talk?
Who y'all talking to, man?
All right, people, welcome back to Intimate Conversations. This is season 2. This is a long awaited episode. We've been missing each other, but we're finally going to get it done today.
I'm
I'm
here. I'm here.
right. I'm interested in hearing this story. As always, Intimate Conversations is a safe space or a platform for people to be able to tell their stories, their journeys, whatever's on their mind, et cetera, et cetera. So, without further introduction, would you tell the people your name and where you're from?
Okay, so my name is Justina. Most people who know me, they all call me Mina. Long story on that name, but you could call me either or. What else did you need from me? You said.
Uh, Age and where you're from.
Okay, I'm 36 and I'm from West Philly.
Okay.
Currently residing in the county.
Okay. All right. So at 36, how do you feel?
I feel great. I think that a lot of the times I feel like I could be a lot better. Um,
Okay.
had I had I made better decisions earlier on, I probably would be where I want to be at, but I still got time. So I'm grateful with that being said. Um, I'm looking forward to new horizons this year. 2026, we not thinking about the past. We thinking about all the way further in the future and how it's going to benefit me from here on out. I can't focus on the things that I did or what stopped me from where I want to be at now.
That's a fact. I had already said that 2026 is the year of action. So this
Absolutely.
year, we're doing all action. Enough talking. It's time to, put things and execute.
Absolutely.
All right. So I normally start, from the beginning and your background and how you grew up and everything. But I'll ask you, would you like to start from
So
the now?
I
Would you
think
like to
that
start
I
from
think
the
that would
now and
probably
then go back?
okay. So I was gonna say because it's been so hectic right
Right.
now with everything that I got going on. I'm sure you've seen little bits and pieces of my situation via Facebook. I got myself into a situation with my son's father. Um, Originally, I feel bamboozled.
Okay.
I feel like I went into it. With good energy and integrity. And I expected something from a person that I did not get. And this last year has been really, really traumatic for me. Um, I know y'all hear my son in the background, so please forgive me for that right now because I thought he was gonna be asleep for this. But
No problem.
um, yeah, so I started dealing with my baby father back in September. I was actually downtown canvassing for the election. We were out there trying to get people to vote for Kamala Harris, and he caught my eye, and I believe I caught his, and somehow towards the end. I was at the point of dating myself at that time, and I
Right.
knew after that I was going to take myself. I wanted to go and get something to eat, and I was going to do that while I was downtown either way. So I just kind of like offered, like, would you like to go with me? And it just like the whirlwind just started from then that moment right there. And so I believe the first thing we did, we wound up down at the cigar lounge down on 13th Street. A lot of y'all probably know where that's at, and it was like after that day, every single day after that, we were hanging. But a lot of the stuff I wasn't paying attention to, like the red flags. Like I was paying for most of the dates. I wasn't, but I was always doing that for myself anyway. I was the type of woman that dated myself anyway. I wasn't paying attention to the red flags.
Right.
Me being the one that was paying for most of the dates,
Right.
he was down for the dates and stuff like that, but it will always be like, okay, you got this one and I got the next one. And it
Right.
was like, okay, cool. Like, and then the next one will come and it's like, all right, you got this one and I got the next one. Didn't pay it any mind. But I still liked him. He had a good vibe. I think
Right.
that we clicked. He was in the music, and that was right up my alley. Anybody that knows me knows that that's my thing. Like I and I probably get kidnapped if you start talking about music with me. So no, seriously. So we started dating, and well, not unfortunately because my son is here from that, but we got intimate pretty quickly, and I wound up conceiving in I believe October.
Okay.
So by December when shit started like hitting the fan, it was
Mhm.
like damn, like I done got caught up. I'm 36,
Right.
and a lot of women my age, once you hit 36, you start thinking like, dang, am I gonna have another kid? I already have an
Right.
18-year-old. I did want another kid. I did want to. I want to I want to get married. I want to do the proper thing. I want to live in Christian. I want to live the Christian lifestyle like I'm supposed to be doing, right?
Right.
So he talked a good game. He would go to church. He was talking about doing the church thing with me, all of that stuff. After the fighting started in about late November,
Right.
going into December, when I found out I was pregnant, and I believe the day before he was supposed to go to jail. He was supposed to be turning himself. He was supposed to be, no, he wasn't supposed to be turning himself and he was supposed to be going to go see his probation officer. But I
Right.
was unaware that he was supposed to be getting locked up. But mind you, I stopped talking to him prior to this. I told him I was pregnant. We was already beefing, but it was like it is what it is. Like
Right.
this is what's going to happen. We already spoke on exactly how I would handle things if this were the case. And I just had to I had to do what I had to do. And that was I wasn't getting an abortion at 36. I'm not doing that. You
Okay.
know what I mean? And at the end of the day, children are gift from God. So, whether we conceived in a way that's frowned upon, it is what it is.
Okay.
So moving forward, he came to my house. I was ducking him. I wasn't really ducking him, but had him on a block list. It wasn't nothing for us to talk about because he had said some pretty nasty things to me, and we got into a pretty big blowout. And it was just I'm not looking for that from a man that I'm supposed to be looking for protection from, or you
Right.
know what I mean. You're supposed to be the one that I look up to and feel safe around. I shouldn't feel like I gotta be the one that's like, ugh, when it come down to it.
Right.
So he popped up in my house. Literally, that should have been a red flag right there. I didn't pay that shit no mind. I should have. He popped up at my house, and it was crazy because my best friend was there at the time, and I just remember her looking at me like, "This nigga is in your house, girl." Like I'm like, "What the
Right.
fuck? How the fuck he get in? Like how he get in?" But it was like one of them things where I was like, "Okay, he's still my baby father at the end of the day."
Right.
So I let him in, and he's like giving me the sob story. I'm sorry, we need to talk about this and blah 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 blah. So my dumb ass, okay, we can talk about it, but I ain't giving just that easy though. I was like, all right, well, we still got a kid together, so I still would like to have some form of communication with you, so that we adults at the
Right.
end of
Be
the day.
cordial.
We adult, and we got kids. We had other kids, so it's like I got my son 18. He old enough to know what's going on. He's damn sure not about to watch his mom go through no shit like this.
Right.
He got an older daughter. I'm sure she wouldn't have wanted to see me go through that or him go through that. You know what I mean? So this nigga he had to go see his probation officer the next day. He knew he was going to jail. That's why he came to my house, because he wanted to make sure he locked me in before he got locked up that next day.
Right.
Wake up the next morning, he's like, give me the side face. I gotta go to probation. Oh, I gotta go to the court. And can you think you could go with me? You knew you was gonna ask me to go to court with you. I didn't even know you had court, but I'm not gonna let. I've been in jail before, so I wouldn't want to see nobody go through that without having some type of support system behind them. I go to court
Right.
with this nigga. Y'all, it's so deep that I got up on the stand and something happened at his probation office where he pulled his phone out. He wasn't supposed to be recording.
Right.
And anybody that knows probation don't play. So you in there
Right.
recording, you could get a violation from that. This nigga is in there recording the lady, forgets that the camera makes that beeping noise when you record it, and she called him immediately. He lies to her and tells her, like, look, he was on FaceTime with me. So I'm trying to keep this nigga from going to jail. So what I say? Yeah, he was on the phone with me. And they like, would you like to get on the stand and testify that? So I get on the stand and testify that. Why after I tell them that this nigga was on the phone with me, he gets up there next and they letting him speak. He telling them right after I say this, well, you right, she was I wasn't on the phone, I was, but I was trying to record for my protection. Not only did I just committed perjury on
Yeah.
the stand for you, and you get up there and you bitch like this, like that. That was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe he did that. I'm just looking at the back of his head in the joint, like, I hope these people don't lock me up. Me coming in here trying to help you. So long story short, he wound up going to jail. I rocked out with him the whole time. Like I'm not out here dealing. And ain't like, and even though we wasn't together, I'm not out here looking for just out here searching for a new man and
Right.
having to keep dating. I'm pregnant now. I can't be dealing with nobody in the first place. I don't feel comfortable with that. So I'm just making trying to make my bread. I'm a dog groomer, so I'm working from home, grooming dogs every day now. Like trying to make sure I'm stacking up my bread and getting things in order. So making sure he got money on his books, answering the global telling calls, all that shit.
Mm.
He come home, and at the time he came home, I had just left the house that I had. I had a 3 bedroom house,
Okay.
and I went to I went I had to go. I had to leave from that house, and I needed to find another place quickly.
Mm.
His apartment, his mom owned the building.
Okay.
That was another red flag because I
Okay.
should have known. You keep talking about you got this place, then you a grown ass man, but you live in a house that your mom then gave to you, so you're not paying no rent, no nothing. Meanwhile, I'm over here paying $1,500 for a 3 bedroom, and you looking at me like you
Chilling.
doing something out here.
Right.
Like
Right.
what? Like that shit. I should have knew. I should have knew. So I should have known once I found out that the house was in his mom's name and that his mom was taking over all of that. I should have known right then and there. This nigga's a mama's boy. Something ain't right. There's a lot of things not adding up, but I'm already locked in because I'm
Right.
pregnant.
Right.
Right. So now I go over, I kept going, he kept telling me, go over my crib and check my crib out. I'm going over the crib, I'm trying to check the crib out. But I get over there, all his shit is packed, like they about to move all his stuff out.
Mm.
I'm trying to explain to him, like, I think your mom was about to move your stuff up out of there and move somebody in there. He like,
Right.
my mom wouldn't do that. And I'm like, your mom was about to do that because your stuff not in there. I didn't went there to check on your dog. Your dog is going, all your stuff is packed up, whatever
Right.
the case may be. So me being me, I'm always a go getter. I make the bread real quick. How much you want to take the apartment over? Straight
Right.
up. She like, oh, I want. At first, she wasn't trying to budge at first. So then she wound up budging after I told her I got 1,600 for it because he ain't paying you shit. You
Right.
sick shit. You at least you getting something. So I'm like, and I'm pregnant with your grandchild at this point. So you would think, well, let her. You can just go stay there regardless. She still came over there. She was real quick to take my bread, got
Right.
the money, and I get it. She a landlord. She still got to pay bills. That's what
Right.
it is. And I don't want to live nowhere free anyway because I don't want nobody telling me that they did nothing for me. So I
Facts.
go there and I move. Move all his stuff, and I had to move all his stuff out and kindly move my stuff in there. You know what I mean? And then I explained to him over the phone, like, look, when you come home, she only want 800 from us.
Mm.
We can do the 800. We could just split it down the middle since we not fucking with each other. We could still we could co-parent, or we could cohabitate, like we can be in the same space and we just both figure it out from there.
Right.
He come home the first month come up of rent that we gotta pay, right?
Right.
I'm asking him, I'm like, I got my 400, where your 400 at? He like,
Well, what
I
was
ain't
he
get,
doing though?
mind you, he well, as far as work.
Yeah.
So he was working with the mural arts program.
Okay.
At this time, I still didn't know that this program wasn't even, I didn't know that it wasn't like a real job.
Right.
Because he definitely was getting up and going to this program thing, but he was coming back after an hour of being going. I ain't never seen nobody do a job like that. Like, what kind of job you got? I
Right.
want that. Shoot, you only leaving out the house for 2 and 3 hours and coming back and you be able to just rock out. I'm loving it.
Right.
So I wound up on finding out that his mom sold the building,
Mm.
took my bread, and
Right.
had already sold the fucking building. So now, All this stuff that I'm asking her that need to be fixed, she like, oh well, that's not my problem. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
What you mean? So now I'm telling him, I'm complaining to him, and he's like, "Well, I don't think she would. She would. She ain't sell the bill." I'm like, "Yo, your mom sold the building. There's a whole new landlord. A whole new man came here and had me sign a lease and do all this stuff. So now I'm my name the only one on the lease now. At this point, now, yeah, you went. If you not helping me pay rent, you gotta get the fuck up out of here because I'm not about to be housing no nigga in my crib while I'm pregnant and still working and all that shit. Not doing. I'm not doing it."
Right.
He like, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving this nigga shit. So you gotta get the fuck out there.
Right.
We get into this big ass fight. I'm talking big ass fight. To the point where I'm telling him, like, you got to go.
Mm.
You gotta go. I'm talking cops call everything. We in there tussling the whole fucking nine. You hear me? Like to the point where this nigga yoking me in the corner. I done had to bust this nigga in the head with a damn lamp. It got crazy. It was real. It got real crazy. His other son was there. He had his other son in there call the cops on me. I'm talking like this. It was bad. It was traumatic. So I get him out the house. I get him out the house. We've been sat down there. He called. He did the thing. Did the one too. The narcissistic thing. Oh, can we have a talk? We could talk about this. We could get through this. No, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no talking or nothing. The only thing I want to hear about is when you coming to get the rest of your shit about this house. That's all we got to talk about, and then we can move forward from there. Man, well, I had at the time I had my friend come with me, and he had his sister come with him. And we went over to the park on Cobb Street Parkway and sat up there on a bench. And we were supposed to be having a talk. He sat there and acted a fool. I thought I was having a conversation with a whole female. He in there, yeah, yelling and shit. I'm like, everybody's calm, but you. You can
Right.
tell you know you wrong. You did as wrong, man. Not even 2 3 weeks later, I'm on my way to a prenatal appointment. This
Right.
nigga robs the house. He robs my fucking house. He keeps saying he didn't rob something. He didn't rob the house because he came and took out stuff that was his. Of course, you came and took out stuff that was yours. But when you took some of my shit too, that's called robbing, right? If I
Right.
didn't tell you to take it, I'm talking the bed. He took the bed. He
That's
took
crazy.
all my fucking. He took my dog's cage. I had a large dog cage. Everybody that got dogs know them cages. $200 plus. Took my dog cage. Took my dog and stuffed her in this little ass cage and left her in there. Fucked up the new carpet that I had put down. $400 carpet that I put down while I was pregnant to make sure the house looked at the very least nice when he came home.
Right.
Took all my sheets, all my towels. This nigga went as far as to taking the sea moss out the refrigerator. He took the sea moss. I was no more good. You took my sea moss and you like what did you get from that? I ain't got all the toilet paper, everything. It was just weird shit. So I came. I'm sure you seen that on Facebook too, because I went off. So he took that. And after that, it was one of them things where it ain't no coming back from there. He got his dad and them calling my phone, talking crazy to me and shit.
Right.
Now, anybody know me? I'm with all the dumb shit. I'm with all the dumb shit, but I'm pregnant. I can't be out here fighting and tussling and shit like that. Like, but
Right.
just know that I'm gonna make a way for me and mine. But you ain't no coming back from that.
Right.
Ain't no coming back from that. So
So how old is he?
he's 41. He actually just turned 41, but at this time he was still 40 and still grown enough not to be doing some fuck shit like that.
Facts.
At the end of the day, as a grown ass man, you shouldn't even have felt comfortable to take a fucking bed from your pregnant baby mom. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what we going through, and took the bed just to go take it somewhere and put it in the house that he not even staying in. So you took the bed for what? To see me sleep on the floor? He wanted to see me hurt. That's what that was. And
Right.
then got mad because he kept on trying to come back and wanting to be with me and shit like that. So instead of him trying to do it the right way, this nigga start creeping in my crib. Like just start coming in there like, oh, I live here, I get mail here. He tried to pull that.
Right.
Like, he tried to pull that. And still to this day, Mel was still going there. I had to I fleed. I'm not even near there.
That's
I'm not even
crazy.
near now.
Right.
So wound up going through that with him. Then he wound up keep trying to come back. I got to the point where I was letting him come back around just so that we could start co-parenting by the time the baby came. But when I went into labor, that was around the time when he was still like trying to throw little shots at me, still trying to get his family back. It wasn't never no family. It was never no family. And even if you was, you ain't even start bringing me back my shit. This nigga took my iPhone, took all my cords, my watch cord, my iPhone cord. He took my watch cord. He took my laptop cord. I was in school at the time. I had to drop out from online school because I couldn't do nothing without my fucking laptop. I'm not doing all them classes and stuff from a phone. Not doing it. So I'm trying to make sure I'm staying on track with this timeline.
Okay.
So I wound up going into labor in August on the 7th. I went in, well, the 6th. I went into labor on the 6th. Mind you, I want to be there when you had a baby and all this. Are you gonna call me? I told him because I got to the point I'm not even calling you. I don't want you to come around. I'm not doing none of that. We not about to play this. We buddy and you my best friend. None. No, we not doing. I don't want to be that baby mom. Everybody. Oh, I could go sit with my baby mom anytime. No, the fuck you cannot.
Right.
Absolutely not. So when I went in labor, I did wind up calling them because my sister like, don't do that, don't be like that. Like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for him to see it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I let this nigga come up and see the baby. I call him. This nigga is on the road to Atlanta while I'm in labor. And you knew I'm due. No, mind you, my due date was for August 14th.
Right.
So any man in a right mind, while I'm not taking no trip to be that far away from Philly if my baby mom going to labor.
So why was he going to Atlanta though?
This nigga was going to Atlanta because apparently he was going to go transport a cousin of his that was going to go sell some shit. Let's just say that
Right.
they was going to go do something that he shouldn't have had no fucking business doing,
Right.
and still came back with no bread. You ain't even come back with no fucking bread. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. So you missed your baby birth to go take somebody down to go make a run. You're not even one of them. You're not even a hood nigga. Like you don't even know what the fuck you getting yourself into when you down there doing shit with a nigga that you don't even like they ain't even fucking support you back. A
Right.
real nigga would have been like, "Yo, your baby mom pregnant." Nah, you know what I mean. I figure it out, or would have found another ride. I'm not taking my cousin all the way down no Atlanta, knowing that his baby due any day now.
Facts. But niggas don't think about shit like
They
that.
don't think they wasn't. He couldn't have been thinking about that. So my man, I got my sister and them calling them like shit and telling them how nasty and trifling he is, and I'm like, y'all ain't even gotta say nothing because at the end of the day, I knew this shit and it's my fault because I should have got away when I had the chance, and then I gotta take accountability for my part in it for not recognizing the signs. I should have knew better, but that's just that's
All
just really
right,
what it
so
is.
let's speak to that on how we got to that point. So when you first met him, you said you fell into a pattern where you was like paying for the dates and shit. Like what was he doing during this time? Like what was he doing during this time?
Blowing smoke up my ass. Blowing smoke on my ass, and I was just like, okay. I feel somebody love me or dumb. I'm a little crazy, so I'm like, dang, I ain't even gonna say I just settle for anything, but he's really, really good at it. Honestly, I thought that I really did think that it was just something wrong with me, or maybe I'm lacking in some type of self esteem or whatever for me to have to dealt with that. But he honestly has done this with everybody that he's dealt with. He's done this to his last kid's mother. He's done this with ex-girlfriends of his. This is a pattern that he does, and he's really, really fucking good at it. Like to the point where he manipulated my mom and my dad enough to think that I'm tripping, that
Right.
I'm going through postpartum, and that's why I'm acting the way I am.
So like were y'all violent with each other? Like how did that
Oh, absolutely. It ain't gonna be me, so it's gonna be you or me. If you coming at me, then you know what I mean. And it got to the point where one day the baby had came. The baby's here. I can literally show you right now. I got look. I gotta show you because this is something I can't make up.
Mhm.
Like you ever been bit by a human being? Like
It's,
like a pit bull? Let me
it's
see if you can see it. Can you see it? Wait, I'm trying to see if I could get a good angle.
let me see.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see.
It's a mouth print. If you see it in person, you can actually see the teeth print, the teeth mark still in my arm. So one day, as me trying to be the nice person that I can be when I want to be, allowed him to come see the baby. I allowed him to come see the baby, and he wasn't holding the baby head correctly, and I just kept saying it like, moms is gonna be moms. When
Right.
I'm looking, I'm like, hold my baby head, like you're not holding his head right. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I had kids. I got other kids too. I'm like, you're not holding him properly though. He's an infant, and he can snap his neck, it's super easy for him to snap his neck if you're not holding him correctly. Oh, I
Right.
know what I'm doing. I said it got to the point. I say, here, just give me my baby. Just give him to me, cause now you making me nervous. I'm getting stressed out. I'm like my nervous system is all over the place because now I'm thinking you're gonna hurt you gonna do something to harm my baby. So now I'm trying to grab the baby. He turns around and he bites the shit out of me. So,
Do you think
I
it's something
next.
wrong with him?
Oh, I absolutely, absolutely. I think that he got some mental health issues that he probably he hasn't attacked. I think that he frowns upon people who do get help for those type things because he said some things to me about my mental health and and he tries to use it. He tries to weaponize my mental health against me. But my thing is, my shit is underway. I'm dealing with mines. I'm actively dealing with mines. So for you, and you can't. It's not a stigma to me anymore because I know that it's normal. People, a lot of people out here can frown upon it as much as they want to, but it is what it is. And if you're taking care of it, you can live a healthy lifestyle just like the rest of anybody else.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So, it just got to that point where it was just like, I noticed that, and I even said to him, I was like, if you go get therapy or something, maybe we can have we could try to have some type of communication, but it's to
Right.
the point where every chance he gets is a manipulation. Is a he try to manipulate me into thinking like, oh, I love you so much now, and I just want my family. And now this well, why you feel like you running from me? I didn't do anything to you. You did. Just recently, he broke into my house again, and I woke up and he was standing there staring at me and the baby.
That's crazy.
Talking about he came here to check on us. Oh, the door was unlocked. I don't give a fuck if my door was unlocked or not. Me and you not fucking with each other. We have not been fucking with each other. Why can you feel comfortable to just walk inside somebody's house like that?
Right.
I don't understand it. Then I turn around, the baby's social security card and birth certificate is missing. Who else was in here? Casper?
That's crazy.
So now, and you doing stuff that's what narcissists that's what narcissists do. They do things like that to put you in place so that they can have control over you. And I should have noticed these signs ahead of time, but I didn't, unfortunately. And now I got a baby with them. And I feel bad for I feel bad when I think about it because it's like, I didn't deserve this. But if I could help any other female out move in the nearby future, just for them not to ever have to go through this, like please, 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 when y'all hear these, certain things, when y'all seeing these men, you're not going crazy. That shit be real, yo. Like it be real. They if they talk a good game and is they walk don't match with the talk.
Right.
They lying. Like you got to do your research. Even
Facts.
I don't even. The family is crazy. I should have known when I seen the family, and the family they manipulate the whole. They not even. He's being manipulated. I mean, he's manipulating his family, and they enable every decision that he makes. So he's never going to grow from it because he's not until he grows up and be a man and goes and get the help that he needs. He's going to continue to be that type of man, and I can't deal with it.
That's a fact. All right. So, once the violence began, do you think that you fell into a pattern because you with the shits
Absolutely,
because
I
you with
think.
the shits a little bit?
You know what? I think I try not to I try not to think about it as if I felt into I feel like I got stuck in the pattern. I don't feel like I fell in I definitely was in that pattern, but I feel like I got stuck in it and it was no way for me to get out of it because I'm pregnant, right? I have a baby. I run my own business and I'm running it from home. Now I got a newborn who's breastfed solely. He knows this. He knows that I can't do as many dogs as I used to. I'm not taking as much clients as I used to, and I got my newborn in here with me on a daily basis, trying to work with him and keep on ping ponging between the dog and breastfeeding him, and then having to stop. And then I got clients who can't they schedule don't work with it. You know what I mean? So now I don't got the bread. Now I'm stuck in this apartment, and I'm stuck in it now, and I'm dealing with the shit over there. The apartment and falling apart left and right. The oven stopped working, water stopped working. Like a lot of shit just started happening, and it got to the point where it's like, damn, it wasn't even just him no more. Now it's like like this was the trip. This was the like the snowball effect of everything. And then I'm caught. I'm not. I'm caught. I'm in a situation caught up in this apartment where I can't get my bread right to get up out out of here. Now, and I got him thinking that he got some type of reign on me because I'm his baby mom, his son here, and his crib. He's still getting mail here, and this is a pattern. He knows how to work with the cops. His other baby mom, she literally got a book this big worth of shit of court. Me and her are literally like this. He don't even like the fact. This how bad it is. He don't like the fact that me and her cool.
Right.
What man would be mad about his baby mom being cool with his other big BM and we get along? We could bring the kids around, ain't no fighting, none of that.
Well,
And we could look out for each other.
normally men wouldn't like that because they know if they full of shit, they know that the girls are going to get together and alienate them.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. And
Right.
he can't take it. He can't
Right.
take it. He cannot take it. My aunt just passed recently, and I never let nobody watch the baby until that day. And I let his other baby mom watch. When I tell you that she would be probably the only person I would ever let watch my son other than my family,
Right.
he couldn't take that. So he turned around, and the first time that I let him take the baby, which was about well, how long ago was that, Karina? Like a month ago? Like a month ago. Yeah, when the snowstorm happened. So that's almost a month. Yeah. Like it's going on that 30-day mark. But I let him take the baby the day before because I had an event. But that it was leading up to that. And kept trying to come up with a schedule on how I was gonna allow him to get the baby for the first time. I
Right.
pumped milk for him, but I only pumped enough milk for like a good day. Like just to see how he do, you know? He takes the baby and basically damn near wasn't about to bring me my baby back,
That's crazy.
put me on a block list. Then I told him, I said, bring them back by 12 o'clock, right? And not only because I'm telling them bring him back by 12 o'clock, but it was just because I knew that he wasn't gonna have enough milk to pass that hour, that mark.
Right.
So the night before, when I started realizing that the snowstorm was getting worse, I had already called him and said, I don't think you should keep him overnight. Even though we did come up with this agreement, I'm just trying to think about the future. Like if you
Right.
get snowed in with him, I can't get to you and you can't get to me. And I damn sure don't want you trying to get to me with the baby in the car if it's going to be that bad of a snowstorm, right?
Right.
Any real parent would have been like, okay, that makes sense. She not trying to be an asshole. She's just trying to make sure that the baby is in good hands. And not that the baby is in good stands. I don't want him getting caught up in no shit like that.
Right.
Man, he kept my baby until the next day until almost 5 o'clock p.m. He
Mm.
only had enough milk to last him until about 12:30.
Right.
So I don't know how my baby ate. I don't know what he talking about. Oh, what he ate table food. I don't. But he was giving him a pureed food. I get you trying to do your big one, but at what cost?
Right.
You know what I mean? So now it got me looking. Then it got me feeling like a person. Because then you got the people in it. Oh, don't keep him away from his kid. And it's both of your babies. So you want me to deal with this craziness and
Right.
him doing the shit that he been doing, stealing out of my house, all types of shit. Like a couple times I had bread come up missing, and as a dog groomer, I might just toss, like if somebody might tip me $20, I might toss it in a pair of jeans or something like that and don't even notice it. Or
Right.
I just toss my bread on the table or something like that. And I'm not going and counting my money every day. It's only me there. Who the fuck
Right.
is, like, you know what I mean? Then money will come up missing. I'm like, I'm starting to think I'm going crazy. Like, where that $50 I just had? You
Right.
know what I mean? And it all just started adding up. Like this nigga's a thief too. So not only is you a fucking mama's boy, but you a thief. You a thief and you a fucking liar. And you mad at me, and then and gets mad at me and starts calling me all types of bitches and telling me I'm washed up. I'm 36. Ain't no nigga gonna want me. But then in the same
How you
breath,
washed up at 36?
I don't know. Apparently I'm washed the fuck. Listen, apparently I'm washed the fuck up. Ain't no nigga gonna ever want me at this point. Um, what he say? He said what he say, Karina? He said so much. I can't even. It's so much that I'm trying to like remember everything, like all the key points that it was like red flags and shit that he do now, and it's like, yo, I should have known better. I should have.
But do you trust him with the baby? Like, do you think he can
I
take
so
care of the baby by himself?
so I think that I do believe that he has the potential to be a great father. But the thing is, he weaponizes that and tries to make it seem like my son is not going to have the best quality of life if me and him aren't in the same household.
Right.
Which I mean, some people do think like that, but this the new millennium, and I'm damn sure not gonna be sitting there. I'm not gonna let you run my mental health into the ground because you can't get a
Right.
hold of yours, and it's just
Right.
not. And I feel like it's more detrimental to the baby than for us to be in the same house than for us to try and do a safe co-parenting relationship apart while
Right.
he fix himself and work on whatever he needs to work on, and vice versa.
So, do you think that he will work on himself?
No, not at all. Not at all, because he don't see a problem. A
Right.
person not gonna try and fix something that they don't think is broken.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
So
And
how
if he's
how
done, he's done this with the other baby mom. He's
right.
literally she's here with me right now. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you. I was going to have her pop in real quick and let her
Right.
tell her side because this shit is like
This is wild.
me and her literally staying with each other right now. That's how crazy this shit is.
Right.
And he know he not stupid enough to come here. So that's the thing. I done left the apartment. All my shit is there.
Right.
I done had to leave the apartment. I'm here. I'm me and her and me, her and the baby, and the other son is staying here, and we safe. We safe and sound. We co-parenting.
Right.
With at this point, we each other baby daddy.
Right.
like, like dead ass. And it's crazy because it's like I never would have seen it go this way. Nobody would think that this will be our turnout. And nobody would have wanted it to go to shits like that. But at the same time, it's like, I guess somebody had to take one for the team.
Right.
Like
So, when's the last time you talked to him?
he called me yesterday and asked me can he FaceTime the baby. I allowed him to talk to him today for about 10 minutes on FaceTime.
Right.
Maybe about 2 hours before I hopped on here.
Okay.
And the first thing he says is, "Oh well, yeah, I'm graduating on Thursday, and I was trying to see if y'all could bring the kids. I would like them to be here to be a part of it." Which I get it, but what the fuck, like. Then it's like you in that same breath that you just called me all types of bitches and told me I'm the shit mom and was took picture. I didn't even tell you you took pictures of me while I was asleep while he was in my house
This is
and
crazy.
sent it to my family and tried to say that she in there damn near smothering the baby because me and the baby still sleep up under each other. He's breastfed. Come on, like are you fucking kidding me? And even if you thought I was that close to my son, as if you trying to get your family back, why wouldn't you wake up and say, "Hey, Jay, wake up"? Like
Right.
let me move him over or something. You just gonna take pictures of me and then yeah, look at this bitch. Like, look at it, not my like. Come on, like. So my hands is tied. I don't really know how I'm supposed to move forward. It's like I'm literally taking it a day at a time to figure out how to get up out of this. And
Right.
I really wouldn't wish this on no fucking female, to be honest. I feel so bad for all the people that was going through this. Any of my friends, if y'all ever went through this shit and I wasn't there for y'all, I swear to God, I'm so sorry. Literally, literally.
Well, a lot of times, they don't voice it, so nobody never knows. So that's why I think a lot of these conversations are important because it's a lot of other women that might be going through the same shit that you're going through right now, but they just not saying shit.
Right. And I hate that too. Like, because
Right.
a lot of people do. I do have a lot of friends and family that be like, "Oh, you always telling all your business. You talking about on your stuff on Facebook and Instagram." I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? Them same people that y'all think be talking shit about me being the same females that be in my inbox asking me, are you okay? Can you tell me what to do with my situation?
Right.
I got inboxes full of people in my inbox that'll sit there and pour their whole heart out to me just and be like, "Yo, you so strong. I don't know how you getting through it."
Right.
And it just, I'm lucky to be one of them ones that's strong enough to do it.
So
Unfortunately,
so how so
situations.
how are you getting through it? Does church help? Because I know you said
It
you went
really
to
does.
church.
Honestly, I think I've been crying. I've been crying. I feel like I've been going through a spiritual release. Um, I'm saddened by the situation because I didn't wait 17 years to have another kid for me to do it this way. I didn't
Right.
want to repeat the way I went through in the first time. That's
Right.
why I waited so long. I worked on myself and all that time, all the patience and stuff that I had to put into myself, all the things that I had to change about myself. I do believe that I deserve better than that, you
Okay.
know. But for everything that I'm going through, I know that it's always something brighter on the end because that's always been the results for me.
Right.
Um, I seem to always come out better than where I started. So I'm looking forward to that. It gives me hope. But even just having Karina in my corner is a great feeling because I haven't really had anybody to just go to about this situation, because especially like some people don't go through this type of stuff. It's women that are just non-tolerant of certain shit and they like, you, I don't know why you did that anyway. And it's like, all right, you
Right.
don't get it. You don't get
Right.
it. You
Right.
know, and that's okay. That's okay. But I think that us working together, um going back to church, which I've been doing. I also stopped smoking weed recently too. I feel good about that. Going on 2 weeks of that, and because when I was at the apartment, I'm just like I'm in there like this, stressed out,
Chiefing.
like God
Chiefing.
damn it, I didn't what is going on. Like I didn't really did it this time, didn't I? And
Right.
also, I don't know if you see my hoodie reform.
Reform. Right.
Yeah, reform. Everybody, shout out to reform. Reform. I did just did a interview with them as well, and they paid off my restitution, so I'm off probation. So it's like even though it looks like so many clouds above me, I know that the sun got to come out.
That's a fact.
It got to. It
That's a
got
fact.
to. You know.
So basically, y'all building y'all village together, like y'all coming together
Absolutely.
to build a village. So,
Absolutely.
so that'll help. Um, what happened with the probation shit? Like, why was you on probation?
So a few it's a few reasons why I was on probation. So back in the geez T. All right, so look back in so wait, all right, look. So all right. It started out, I had a relationship with a guy.
Mm,
Oh, they gonna tell me I'm fucking. I'm then they really gonna think I'm this bitch don't need nothing. She don't need to be dating nobody at all. Okay, all right, but wait. So I had a crush back in high school. We wound up dating fresh out of high school. After I had my son, well, not fresh out of high school, but a few maybe about 2 years after I had my son, me and
right.
him started dating, and he was a drug dealer.
Okay.
um I was very intrigued with that at the time. And long story short, not even gonna get in all the details. I wound up getting my own phone together, and then I started selling drugs. So now we both selling drugs, but whatever he sold, I sold the lowest. I if he did 20s, I sold 10s, or you know what I mean. So we was working around each other, whatever. And then I wound up doing that for
Right.
about a year, and he wound up getting caught up, and had to go away. I kept the business going.
Right.
um After that, I got caught up.
Right.
I wound up getting caught up, and I wound up doing a year up at George W. Hill.
Okay.
um I wound up having to do like a world trip or something like that, because I think I had like probation. I had a traffic. I had some traffic shit happen where they gave me disorderly conduct and all this. I had probation that I was on,
Yeah, I had
and
that shit before.
yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
so I wound up like I was drawing. I ain't gonna lie, I was drawing. I had a lot of shit going on in my head at the time, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't Bonnie. I was buying. That was me. I was just trying to make my way. But also I still had my first son, and I was a single mom as well. So I was trying to help. I was trying to help. My mom was still on drugs at the time. And my dad was struggling trying to take care of the house. um and that was just my go-to. It was the fastest way that I could do it. I
Right.
left from there. I started dancing. After came home, I started dancing. I got caught up in that lifestyle.
Right.
um a lot of people didn't even know it at the time, but I had gotten into drugs, all of that. Like I was messing with coke. I was popping mollies, e-pills. What, like, we was with I was drawing, like trying to keep by. Nobody knew because I still had my house, I still had a car. I was looking flashy. My friends call me, I got bread for you, you got bread. We all going out, I'm buying sections. I'm in the club throwing bread, like I'm her. I was drawing. I went through that, and that spiraled really quickly, really fucking quickly, and I wound up getting locked up again. I want
Mm,
to get locked up again on some stupid shit. I think it was like they tried to say it was burglary. It was a stupid thing because it wasn't even me. And the crazy part was, it wasn't even me. I was with one of my girlfriends, and we got into a fight with some girls, and the my girlfriend, she was popping them Xannies at the time. She blacked out and picked up the girl phone and shit. So we try and get the fuck up out of there. While we
Right.
walking away, the cops like, well, the girl said you took her phone. I'm like, we ain't take no fucking phone. Like, why I steal a phone for? I got an iPhone right here. I got the new iPhone. I don't have to steal nobody's phone. And she's like, she did it. And then I got conspiracy to burglary because she didn't took the phone. She don't even know that she got the girl phone. She thinking it's her phone the whole damn time.
Right.
Trolling. Get locked up for that. Then it was like a world. It was like a triple effect after that. I lost the crib. I wound up losing my car. I lost my crib. Wound up going through the motions of that and having to come back home and get everything all over again. It was a really humbling
So
situation.
how was your jail experience? Because a lot of females don't talk about how it was when you was locked up.
Well, so I'm laughing because I don't know. I
You
just thought
good?
about a couple of little situations or whatever.
Right, right.
So like, wait. So all right, it's not how people think it is. It's not like the it's not it's
It's not like TV.
Right. It's not giving Orange is the New Black. I mean, in some aspects, yes. 'Cause you are a fucking Girl Scout in there. You got to figure your way out. You are going to have some tussles if you one of them. Like, you're not going to take no disrespect. So, I did get into a couple little situations. I had to put a couple bitches down or whatever. But, I had to grow up from that because it's like, if I'm here to change, it is, if you don't take it if you let jail do you, that's how you going to come home.
That's a fact.
But if you do jail, then you know what I mean. And I locked in. I got into programs. I remember they made me do this program called Prep One or some shit like that. And then I did that when they told me something. You gotta do Prep Two. Prep Two supposed to be like, now mind you, if you in that jail, everybody know that that's for drug addict. A lot of the times for drug addicts. But I had a drug case, so I still had to do the class.
Right,
And this was still like a stipulation for people who was just trying to get out of DUIs and shit like that.
right,
Dumb stuff. Because I had two DUIs too.
right,
Drawing. That was another lockup experience. But in there I just started locking in. I started going to church. I was in there saying everybody know I sing.
I gave my heart to you, baby. You took it and you broke it. Wrap it up in your backwood. You lit it, then you smoked it. I'm trying to lock up my feelings, cause now I can't control them. I know that this shit is toxic. I be mad at you, I still ride it. You call me up, I come jogging. For you, they know how I'm rocking.
Everybody know I sing. That's like that was how I got through. Everybody used to have me sing. I used to be walking around singing. They be like, just sing. With every whole block quiet. They got me in the door beating on then
right,
they're singing and shit. Like it was a crazy experience. Like, but I met a lot of people. A couple of the fiends I was serving was up in there. They knew me as M. They like M. What you doing here? I'm like, what the
right,
fuck is you doing here? Did you tell on me?
right.
You fucking telling me like like you the reason why I'm here. It's like, but I started getting to know them on a personal level and having conversations with them and learning about their life and the things that they went through and how they got to where they were at. And I felt like a fucking piece of shit. I was like, damn, I was helping you kill yourself. I wasn't thinking of it like that. I'm thinking I'm trying to survive and take care of my family. I'm not thinking like I'm fucking up somebody else's family in the midst of all of this. And I just got to the point where I just started repenting, and church was a thing for me. I came home, everybody like, "Oh, what you holier than thou?" No, I'm not holier than thou, but I'm on the way somewhere.
Right. That's
I'm on the way somewhere, and yeah, I'm not gonna stay back there because y'all want me to. I still struggle with it because I still get side looks from certain people. I might go to certain events and they looking at me like you gonna be good, and I'm like, damn, I ain't even doing nothing. Like, god damn, like let me have like shit. I'll be scared to drink around people. Let me just
right,
a little bit. I don't even want them to see me because I don't want nobody to start thinking they gotta feel like they gotta put their guard up around me and shit like that, or that I'm gonna bring some type of drama. So that experience, jail was a blessing and a curse because I had time. I spent a nice.
how long
A
was you
nice
there?
amount of time. I spent a nice amount of time away from my son, my oldest son, and that didn't sit well in my spirit at all.
Right,
But my last round was in 2017 when I had to go to Muncie. I wound up going to Muncie. I had to do 15 months up there. That was like the one where God was like, all right, go sit down. Go
Right.
sit your ass down, cause then I'm sick of you, and I'm like I'm sick of myself. I ain't even. It was to the point I wasn't even trying to call home half the time. I went up there, locked in. I got a little job. I was crying a lot though. I was a crybaby. I ain't gonna lie. I was a real bad crybaby, but yeah, like big bad wolf for crying and shit. But I missed my family. I
Right.
missed the things that I had so many plans when I was younger. I had so many aspirations and things that I knew that I could do, and I was smart. I could do these things, but I don't know why I just allowed myself to get caught up in that type of shit.
You think it's the adrenaline of it?
Absolutely, I learned that in that class prep too, and the lady said, she's like, you know what it is? She's like, you did have an addiction. She's like, you
Right.
was addicted to the lifestyle, because she's like, yeah, you only did cocaine and when you were at the clubs and stuff like that, because it was a party drug to me, but I wasn't like out there just like, yo, I sucked your dick, like no, it wasn't on that type.
Facts.
Like, Greg, let me hold your microwave. Like, it wasn't on that type joint, but I definitely was drawing. But and I used to always say it, like I'm not stuck like them. I wasn't here out here drawing like they is. Like, why y'all got me in this class with these people? These ladies in here talking about how they sucking dick and doing all types of shit to get their fixes, and you know what I mean, dying and coming back and shit. I don't want that. Like,
Right.
but I had to go through that. I had to go through that with them people so that I can feel it,
Right.
see it, and take accountability for what I was doing,
Facts.
and I just think that God just he don't make no mistakes. I
Right.
don't know how I did it. I came home, I was right in church. I was baptized within 3 weeks of me being home. Like, dip me in the water. Get all of that up off of me.
That's a fact.
And it's still a thing, because when you go for it, everybody know when you go to God, the devil gonna be right there because he know all the things you like. I
Right.
still find myself in situations where I'm like, mm, nah, like, you know what I mean. But I can't. I gotta make better. I gotta make the decisions that's gonna be best for me. And now, instead of me being so impulsive, because I do like the nightlife. I don't. I got my bartending license. I stopped bartending because of that.
Right.
I don't want to be in those areas around people and places and things that's gonna put me back into the space that I used to be, because it's real easy to slide back. It ain't that far away. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, who do I see myself as? Who do I want my kids to see me as? And
Right.
that's why I refuse to go back to his dad. I can't do that to myself no more. I came too far, and it's way too many. It's way too many great men out there. It's great situations that I could be putting myself in, instead of me having to go back there even because I need a quick dollar or whatever.
That's a fact. So, what's up with the singing thing? And do you write?
So I haven't been writing,
Okay.
no lie. I haven't been writing. I just haven't had that motivation,
Okay.
honestly. But I do. I get emotional now. Like, I was in here watching America's Got Talent, and I'm in here boohooing. Like, I should have been up there. I could have did that song too. Like, I just be boohooing, and like, I think that it's gonna come back. And I'm in the process of my transition,
Right.
so I think that the more I continue, I know God didn't give me my voice for no reason.
Right.
It's here for a reason, whether it's for me to speak, or if even if I'm just singing in the shower and he's singing in him to him, like whatever the case may be, he didn't give me my voice for no reason. And I do see myself going back in that direction lately. I actually just Karina actually sings. That's crazy, right?
Both
So
y'all say.
we both sing. Ain't that crazy? So I know it's weird. Like, everybody think it's weird. I don't think it's weird. I think that is a blessing in disguise, to be honest. Um,
Yeah, it's
it's,
alignment.
yeah, it's definitely alignment for sure. But I definitely see that in my future. I just was telling her she's a very great writer. I just was telling her, you got to write me a song.
Right.
But I don't want. I know what vibe I want to go with. I kind of want to go in a different direction than the music that I used to do. I kind of want to go in a more spiritual way, if that make any sense. Not like I don't want to do gospel, but more subtle.
Okay. All right. I want to ask you: do you think that your view of love was skewed? Like, do you think that you was choosing niggas in a certain way because you didn't know who you was yourself yet?
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, when you under the influence, a lot of the time, every when you are around a person that's under the influence themselves, people aren't themselves. So you falling in love with people who aren't there. You know what I mean? Because then when the smoke clear and you like, okay, it's a new day. Do you like working? Like, like, do you really have a job? Like, or you that's what you want to do? Like, you know what I mean? But I think that for me, it pushed me back and slowed my roll. And then it's like instead of me hopping right in, like, oh, I'm so in love. Like I love this person. I like everything about him. I'm paying more attention to the red flags and I'm just paying attention to more things and I'm looking like I'm listening to what people saying. Just recently I had somebody reach back out to me and he's like, oh, we had a good connection. And I gave him my opportunity to let me hear what you got to say. You know what I mean? Because my mom, my folks always was real big on it. You're a beautiful woman. We Christians. The man's supposed to find you. You're not supposed to find them. So if he when I see a situation and it's like I definitely check into it. But then I'm like, okay, you work and I hate to be the one that gotta be like, here's my bullet list of things that I want. Because I'm not
No,
it's
don't hate
unrealistic.
that. Yeah, don't hate
No,
that.
it's unrealistic. It's definitely unrealistic. But I do I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, if it's not, is I have important things that I definitely need you to hit that list.
Right.
Anything else, I'm all for it. I'm a Gemini. I'm an introvert extrovert. So like
See,
we
I
gonna
was
have
on
a
your side.
blast.
I was on your side too. Just told you was a Gemini.
I'm crying. Look, Look, we gonna have a blast. I'm a fun girl. I love dancing. I like to go out. I like to be indoors, having fun. Turn some music up, drink a glass of wine. We playing games in the house, karaoke. I love shooting pool, things like that. So you gonna have. I'm a girl that can bring all of that stuff out, but I always gotta slow my roll and not give too much because then it's like they try to throw too much. They throw it all on me, and then I ain't even get the chance to do no check on it.
Right,
Like, all right, do it. Can you how what's the longevity of this? Like, how where we gonna go from here?
right,
What can you offer? And because I know what I'm bringing to the table, you know what I
right,
mean. And it's okay for me to be confident in that, but I gotta start stopping. I gotta stop being the one that's like, oh well, even if he don't have a car, it's okay. No, it's not okay.
right. It's
It's
not okay.
not okay. Cause then I'm gonna have a car and then he gonna be looking at me to drive my shit. And I've had that before. You're not driving my car.
Right,
I don't want to be in a situation. So it is certain things that I do need that checklist to be hit. But I'm not really in a rush either. I want to continue to learn myself, continue to grow in my spirituality because that's what's gonna make me stronger. Like, you know what I mean? And I want a man that's grounded in that. Not I don't need him to be a saint. I would like a refurbished, I would like I would
not
like a
refurbished.
refurbished dog.
A refurbished thug.
You gotta be able to be a man. And you need to be able to handle me as a woman because I'm strong. I'm a strong woman, and I don't want my personality to overpower his. You know
Right,
what I mean? I don't want him to feel like he got dim himself. I want him to feel like he can be the head of the household. Because
right,
I'm always gonna be the one that's like, all right, well, yeah, you ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
right,
I want a man that's like, nah, sit your ass down. This is already taken care of because this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna bring that fire coming from my end.
right.
That's it. But.
So maybe that was, your lesson in patience.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I moved way too fast. I think that's the part that how is highlighted every time I think back on it. Like, dang, I should have waited a little bit longer.
Right,
I would probably wouldn't have made that same decision. But I got my son from it. That's my boy. His name's Reason. He's the reason. Absolutely. I think it's fire because it's like I knew that day was gonna be. I knew it was gonna mean something. It's gonna mean something. So I'm just looking forward to moving forward because even after all of the stuff that I told you, I'm still human. I'm still human and I'm still growing and learning. And I deserve it just like everybody else do. And I think he do too. I wish the best for him as well. Just not with me.
that's a fact. That's a
That would
fact.
be.
So, how did you get into this dog grooming business?
Oh yeah, that. See what's going on there.
Yeah.
So it was a funny story. I grew up doing hair. Everybody that know me knew I've been doing hair since I was younger. I started out braiding my own hair. Then it went from me doing my own hair to me braiding all my older cousins' hair, all my boy cousins. Just like I knew how to do all the designs and all that stuff, and I got real good at it to the point where they would be outside, and then their people will be asking me to do hair, and then I just had like a whole business I was running at some point. It got to the point where back in 20 2014 when I came home the first time. I was working at Family Dollar, and I wound up becoming a manager there. And the top manager, his name was Bilal. I remember him. Shout out to Bilal. He actually came to me and was like, he was like, "Would you want to work?" I didn't know that he had quit Family Dollar though at this time when he reached out to me, and he's like, "You still do hair?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Why don't you come work at my salon?" And at the time, I was tired of doing. This was after COVID. I was tired of doing hair in the house, and
Right.
I wanted to do something different. And he was like, "You want to come run my salon for me?" And I was like, "Sure, let me come check it out." And he gave me the address, and I just like put it in the. I think I at the time did I catch an Uber that day? Yeah, it was a Uber. I called an Uber because I remember the guy pulling up in front of Petco. And I was like, I don't think we in the right spot. I'm looking for a salon.
Right.
I'm looking for a salon. So he's like, no, this is the address. And so I'm calling him like, let's say I'm at Petco. And he was like, yeah, it's Petco. And I was like, you said a salon. And he's
Right.
like, yeah, the grooming salon. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I don't know nothing about no dog.
It's crazy.
I don't know nothing about no damn dog. So he's like, girl, come inside and we can talk. So I go in there. And I'm just like, oh, he's inside the grooming salon. And he's like, come in, come in. And it's at the time it was this white boy in there. He was getting it with the scissors. I'm looking at him like you ain't holding them scissors right.
Right.
Like, he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, I know how to hold some scissors. I know how to use clippers, all that. So he's like, he's like, you like dogs. He's like, I remember you liking dogs. And I was like, yeah, I love dogs, but I don't know how to do their hair.
Right.
And he was like, well, I'm gonna send you to the academy. And I was like, well, what is that? And with further investigation, he was going to send me out to media to the Petco out and across from the what's that, Boscov's out up there in past media, whatever. And I started there, and when I tell you, I fell in love immediately. I like my first dog after I washed my first dog and like shaved the dog and did like a haircut on it, and this dog came out looking like a teddy bear. I was like, oh my God. I was like, God, you did it. You did your big one on that one. Like, look at me. Like, yeah. I was like, I could do hair. I could do hair. I can be creative. I can cuddle on dogs all day. They don't talk. I ain't gotta hear them talk in my head off while this where is that? This where is that? And the money. The money. Once I seen the money, I was locked in completely. That was it. So I got so good. I got so good that they wind up making me I wound up getting my license to groom. Like I got certified fairly quickly, like quicker than a lot of the other people.
Okay.
And basically they tried to keep me there. They wanted me there, but I wanted me to back at his store.
Right.
And he's like, I sent you there to get trained. You weren't supposed to get liked up there. Like, then I'm
Right.
like, they love me up here. So they wanted me to stay there. And they wound up keeping me up there. But it was more money up there too. And it was closer to my home. And Bilal, I think he had wound up marrying and he was leaving anyway to be a manager at FedEx or something like that. To go do
Okay.
something different. But yeah, I wound up doing it, and I've been doing that shit ever since. Like to the point where I didn't start my own business called Furlicious Cuts. Um, Definitely, I don't see myself doing nothing else. I don't see myself doing anything else. It has gotten me this far. I literally stopped working at corporate places over a year ago, and I've been supporting myself for over a year with just that alone.
Mm.
And that it's been over a year, even during pregnancy.
This don't sound like you washed up at 36.
Listen, I mean, look, everybody got their own opinion. It's like an asshole. Everybody got one, and I laughed it off. I laughed it off. He thinks that I'm not gonna ever find nobody, and he thinks that my mental health is something that is
Well,
going to be
that's what I'm
frowned
saying.
upon. And
Men say those things because they know that that woman feels a certain way about them, so they know that they're going to take it a certain way, so
Right.
they know it's going to affect them.
Right.
But
Well,
it
it
don't mean
didn't.
it's true. That don't mean it's true. That don't mean it's
It
true.
did. He did.
Right.
My confidence level did go down, but I don't. Do I feel like it's going to take me a while to kind of get back out there? Absolutely. But I just had a baby, so my body is still getting back to normal. I'm still trying to get this stomach in order, so when I hit the scene in the summertime, y'all gonna see me. I'll be out there, but I'm looking forward to seeing myself transition in a new light, and but that's just on him. He's just not gonna be able to reap the benefits of that.
Right.
But somebody will.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But
Somebody will.
from what I'm hearing, it sounds like you're a very diverse and like multi-talented person. So I would be patient now because, like you said, you just had a baby and all of that. But when the time comes about, I think that you need to search that in a partner to match you, to match your energy and things of that nature.
Guys are so scary nowadays, though.
Because people suck.
They be so scary. It's like I know it's going to happen, but also I really gotta change my places and where I
Right.
search for that.
Right.
Also, and I
Right.
just was telling Karina that I was like, "Yo, we gotta stop going to the same places because
Facts.
we gonna get the same results. Like when you go to Burlington, you gonna get some clothes from Burlington, but if you go to
Right.
Macy's, you gonna get some clothes from Macy's.
That's a
So
fact.
that's where I'm at with it now. I think that stepping back out once I do figure myself, I'm gonna start broadening my horizon and going to new places and even if it's like a coffee shop or something, just you know, or even like little. I like my little. I love music. I would grab it. I would love a partner that's musically inclined, just like me. Um,
So where you at with music? Who's your favorite?
as far as a singer or just
Either or.
overall.
Either or.
Ugh. So because I think it's the Gemini in me. I don't. I can You can't ask me a kind of question like that. Can I say one person for each part of me? 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so Ari Lennox is one of my favorite go-tos. I'm
Okay.
putting her on immediately.
Okay.
Summer Walker was up until recently. I think that if we go back maybe an album or one of the albums, go back an album or
Okay.
two.
Okay.
Then I'll be there.
Okay.
Um, who else? Uh Goodness gracious. Uh, I have been really stuck on I can't think of his name. The guy with Mutt. I
Oh,
love
Leon
him. I
Thomas.
love Leon's. Oh my god, I love his music so very much. I like Dolce.
Okay.
I like Dolce. Who else? Trying to think. I'm not really into rap like that.
Mhm.
I'll listen to it very vaguely, like. But if they come in with some fire like Ti just did, I'm all ears. Like, definitely. But yeah, like if I was to just be like I'm putting on some music right now, that's definitely my genre area right there between Dolce, Summer
Ari.
Walker, Ari, yeah, Summer Walker, them type of artists.
Okay.
Um, but I think that my music would be more relatable in like the Rihanna aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. All right. I would like for you to speak on your best and worst experience.
And
Life.
hmm, okay, my worst experience. I want to say that this will be my worst. Let's see. I think that okay, the worst experience for me. I think now I love my dad. I love my dad so very much. Um, he's always gonna be my father. But I think that for me being the only child of my mother's that does not know her real dad,
Mhm.
that has been the worst experience for me because it's a void that I know that I've been chasing for so long to figure it out. And it drives me crazy that I can't figure it out. And it's like, I think that that's my scariest feeling is to leave this earth and not know where my other half came from.
Right, and that could also be, affecting your love life.
Yeah, like I definitely think because I'm always looking like, dang, what if my dad, my mom was on drugs growing up. I would say that that was my worst experience, but I can't. That was her experience. I had I had the ripple effect of it, but um, I wouldn't say that it was all so bad. I wouldn't
Right,
say that it was all so bad. I did have some traumatic experiences that I rather not speak on that happened in the midst of that, but I overcame it, and I still could say that I wouldn't say that it when I think back on it, um, that it ruined me. But
right,
I think that this is one that really sits really dear to my heart, and it's like, like I wish. It's
right,
like every day it's not a day that don't go by that something happened. I'm like, well, dang, like, maybe I wouldn't have wound up homeless, or now that I'm going through this, would like if what if my dad would have been a little bit more hands on, like he would have got with this nigga real quick, got him out, like, you know what I mean, or
right,
helped me, or been able to do more for me, or maybe take me up out of situations that I've gotten myself into in the past, and
right.
put his foot on next, like, I do think about that a lot. But my best experience, hmm, my best experience, hmm, my best experience. I want to say both of my kids, but that would be cliche.
Right.
So, um,
But you could say that if you want to say that.
well, absolutely, everybody. That I would hope somebody would say that that's
Right.
their best experience. But my best experience is just being able to see my boys become who they are. Like that's the greatest feeling, and seeing a part of myself inside of them, and knowing that I did something right out of all the wrong, and I get to just see, like, my oldest son is about to graduate. He's working. Like, he just called me from work before you called me, and he had McDonald's, and he got his
Right.
little walkie on, and he's like taking an order, and I'm like, look at you. Like, I just love that. I love it. It brings joy to my heart, and it makes me feel like, okay, this is great. I want to see a good life for them, and I just I hope that, moving forward, that they have everything that they desire, their heart desires.
That's beautiful. Okay, my last question would be, what do you enjoy something outside of work? What do you enjoy outside of that gives you enjoyment?
My music, like music. I love music. I could sit there and vibe with somebody all day on some music. I'll be sitting there playing all my songs if you let me. We're gonna do a concert in this bitch. But I love my music, absolutely. But if it was something other than everybody that know I do music, it would be me shooting my pool. I like shooting pool.
Okay, that's what's up. You good?
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I might be a little rusty, but line them up, get ready now. I'll
All
pull my
right.
stick.
Can you give your if you want to give your socials for the dog grooming business or whatever, so people
Well,
can hit you?
absolutely. I can give both pages. So for my music, Justmina, JUSTMINA _ melody for my music page. Look me up, or you can look, if you don't have Instagram, you can go on YouTube and type in the same thing and check out my song Toxic. Um, if you are into the dog grooming thing, also if you could just give me a like or follow, that would be awesome. It's Furlicious, FURCIL. Wait, I'm not saying it right. Almost couldn't spell it. Furlicious. It's the same thing as delicious. Furlicious underscore cuts with a K. So if you check that out, I would greatly appreciate it as well. I'm located in the Delco area as of now, and availability is open.
Okay, how did Reform find you?
So Reform found me through an old friend of mine. She actually got a call, and she was doing they were doing like the belling people out and stuff like that thing with Meek Mill. They were belling people out, and they were looking for more people that they could assist, and that people that were changing their lifestyle and had came far and only had a little bit of probation left, or were being held on probation for like stupid reasons. Like, it was no reason for me to still been on probation for that same case all the way up these years now. It shouldn't even make sense. But yeah, I also was interested in I was also like looking into it myself because I was trying to see if I can get pardoned in a way. Being as though I did do so much since then and have came so far, I just feel like without that jacket on me, I was going to do a lot better than I have been. So I do appreciate them as well. And they're also still looking for people. So if you know anyone who is on probation, they can also reach out to me, or if they would like to, I can shoot them in the right direction to see if they can be helped in any way.
Okay. All right. I want to say thank you for joining us on Intimate Conversations. This has been a blast. I knew you was gonna say some shit.
I tried to keep it cute. I tried to keep it cute for you.
But
Thank you.
like I said, thank you.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I'm wishing you, great things in the future. Remember to focus on that word patience. I
Absolutely.
struggle with that
Absolutely.
myself, so I'm not. I already
Man.
know how it is.
Man, trust me, I don't be thinking about it every time. Like, patience, my friend.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Any last words or any last thoughts? Just on what you would say to the younger you or younger girls coming up.
If I could say something to my younger self, it would be, hmm, do exactly what you said you was going to do, and be exactly who you said you was going to be, and minus the distractions. And if I can give any advice to any other girls growing up, just don't let your plan be demised by someone else's plan. And I mean, what I mean is by men or whoever you dating. Make a plan, stick to it, get yourself in a clear first. Make sure that you can do everything that you want someone else to be able to do for you. Make sure you can do it for yourself first, and always love on yourself. Love yourself hard enough that it hurt. You know what I mean? And no, that way nobody else can never get in. You not you that lock on your heart gonna be so, it's gonna be so secure. It's gonna take the right man to come, the right man, woman, whoever, to come in and unlock it. And you deserve the absolute best.
That's a fact. All right, people. Until the next time, everybody have a good one.
You too. You too.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Whoa, come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Can we just talk?
Who y'all talking to, man?